threat studies was a study they did of Korean undergraduates. And one of the things about Koreans is that in the context of Asian culture, say compared to China, the stereotype to Chinese or Japanese students, the stereotype is that Koreans are impulsive and wonderful musicians and emotional. But of course, in the context of America, the stereotype is that they're Asian, which means that they're more controlled and better at math and so forth. And it turns out that if you took Korean undergraduates and either said everybody else who's taking this test is Chinese, or else everybody else who's taking this test is American, they behaved differently according to the stereotype threat implication. So if they thought that Americans were taking the test as well, then they actually did better in math, whereas if they thought that the other Chinese students were taking the test, then they did worse in math. Yeah? Right. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, in fact, I think what these stereotype threat studies would suggest is that just getting people to identify their ethnicity or their gender, which you want to do in an SAT because you want to have the data about ethnicity to affect the way that people perform. So your one recommendation would be don't ask people to fill out the ethnicity form until after they've actually finished the test rather than doing it at the beginning of the test. Okay. So a common theme behind all of these ideas is that gender development involves people, not just involves influences from outside that are shaping you, it's also involving children actually shaping their own identity and trying to make decisions about their own identity. That's this process of self-socialization. And we also know that things that are happening so things that are happening internal to people are responsible for their gender development, but also, of course, forces from outside are affecting gender development. So there's evidence that children are treated differently by their parents, depending on whether they're boys or girls. Boys are more likely to have jobs to do that involve going outside of the house and involve tools and machines, and girls are more likely to be told to stay home and take care of siblings. You can see that fathers, for instance, use more sort of instructional talk, more explanations with boys and girls, and parents and other adults are more likely to comment on things like physical appearance with girls and boys. So when you walk down to 4th Street or walk down to the shop, it's very tempting when you see a little girl who's dressed up in some gorgeous little dress, say, "Mom, aren't you pretty? That's such a pretty dress," which is not something that you typically say when you see a little boy in his bathing gear. So there's quite a bit of evidence that parents unconsciously are already socializing their children to show gender differences. And of course, there's also evidence that in the culture as well, there's also evidence that in the culture at large, in the media, and in other cultural pieces of information, there's evidence for fairly extensive sexual stereotyping. So for example, there's studies that show that just the number of women who show up on television is much, much fewer than the number of men. So if you just counted the number of women and the number of men, it would seem as if there were many fewer women than men. And when women do show up, say, in a television show, they're marked as being women, they're young and cute and pretty, or they're put in a role that depends on their being a woman, as opposed to just being people who are involved in the media. Okay. So the general story about gender development is like the general story we've been hearing throughout the class, and maybe this is a good way to emphasize this as a general moral of the class, which is that there are these very complicated interactions between biological, cognitive, and social factors, and that those interactions are always going both ways. So that the way that individual children is developing is shaping their identity, and it's also shaping their environment, and the environments in which children grow up are shaping their identity and shaping the way they turn. So to give you a dramatic example of this, we will have, I hope now, our special visitor. Nice. Come on, Skype. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just, so the special visitor is supposed to be Bunny, aka Andres, who is now all grown up, and who is supposed to be Skyping with us if I can figure out how to get to him. Come on. Try and see if we can do it with somebody else. See if we can get Skype. I had this all set up before we got here. Any ideas? Maybe we should restart? Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, maybe it needs to get itself back in there. The resolution is back in there. Oh, I think we could do that too, right? We'll get back to iChat and then you can just do it as a video of iChat. All right. Okay, there we go. Oh, and there's Skype. Oh, but we're going to need to put it back. Okay, sorry about the technical difficulties here. As you can see, this is the main way that I interact with my son. And you can also see, wait, was the class today? Come on. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, while we're doing this, why don't you fill out the course evaluation forms, which we have to do anyway. It would be a good chance for everyone to do it. And does everyone have course evaluation forms? No? Okay, put your hands up if you don't have one. There we go, yay. Oh my God. That's how it's neat. There he is, yay. Okay, it's funny. Let me let him see all of you. I guess you want to say something to see if the sound's working?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, let's see if we can get it louder. How's that working?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, no. Okay, keep talking, babe.
Hello?
There we go. That's better. Great. And let's let you see the class and see if anybody has any.
Hello, class.
So So you can see that he's still just as cute as he was then. A few more piercings. But I will, yeah, that's right. Strong identification with Berkeley.
Yeah.
Andres, do you want to, so everybody has seen all the funny tapes, and you guys are welcome to ask questions. This is coming from Toronto.
Well, yeah, so it's a little bit strange, actually. I think this is the first time I'll be doing the sort of Skype course coming into class at all, where I will be basically older than most of you, I think, in short course, and then also I just graduated a couple days ago. I finished my master's. I don't know, I guess at Berkeley it's a little bit later because I'm until June, but I'm at least finished up for now. But so it's going to be a little bit strange. It's not he's a little 6-year-old or 4-year-old or 5-year-old trotting up and down the stage acting silly. But historically, it's been sort of an opportunity for you guys to ask questions, really embarrassing my mom, and get away with it. Because I will always participate in that endeavor.
Okay, there's a question? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Can you hear Andres? What motivated you to become a psychologist?
Well, I mean, I think having a psychologist's mother definitely means that, you're screwed up enough that you need to find some answers for yourself later on. 6 years of undergraduate, usually, you'd think would help you find those answers, but all it did, you want to go to graduate school, so I'm not stuck in the family profession.
But
what actually motivated me to do psychology, I think it was one of those things that just always seemed to fit naturally. It wasn't a single moment that made me realize, I really want to do psychology or anything like that. I think that happened. So I want to do veterans counseling, and that happened very specifically, sort of embarrassingly, not totally embarrassingly. I was working at a kids camp in outside of Bolinas called Caritas. It was an environmental education camp for kids, and there's all of these undergraduate or postgraduate kids who totally got disillusioned with their undergraduate work and have turned to working with kids, which is wonderful and great. And they all had really wonderful new agey taste in music. So I was listening to a Michael Franti song. I think it's called Light Up Your Lighter, and it was all about veterans and how terrible it is for them, and how this bare-chested, barefoot hippie could go to a rock and sing the music, and they were all bawling and crying and hugging each other. And for some reason, that always got to me. The lyrics always got to me. So that really made me want to do veterans counseling specifically. Where before, growing up in Berkeley, I was pretty set on doing drug counseling, but that was just because that was around. So I think for veterans counseling specifically, that was that, and then also just growing up in Berkeley as well, and going through the Bush era and all that good stuff makes you want to do even more.
Other questions? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember what your opinion was as a child of your life being recorded?
What was your opinion as a child of your life being recorded?
Wait, one more time.
How did you feel as a child about your life being recorded?
Life with the psychologist? Or what was the last one?
How did you feel about being recorded for the class when you were a kid?
Oh, it was fun. Oftentimes, if I'm not mistaken, I think oftentimes actually, not oftentimes, but I think a couple times I actually got out of going to preschool because of it. That was different. To be fair, I barely ended up going to preschool, and if I ever did, we were usually 2 or 3 hours late, but that's just my mom. At her finest. But yeah, I remember pretty vividly playing with the snake and talking about playing with pens as well. But I think it was just sort of natural that my mom, being a developmental psychologist, very, very frustratingly, always just ended up asking me questions about everything I said, and sort of interrogating me as a little kid. So I was sort of already used to just constantly having to explain myself, and anytime I ask a question, I get turned around about why I'm asking the question. So having a video camera made the interrogation no more the usual. I do remember specifically playing up to the camera with the snake, like intentionally playing with the snake and playing with the camera just to upset my mom because she was frustrating me that she wanted me to do this. So I was like, all right, well, then I'm not going to take it seriously, with the camera, which wasn't the point. But I don't think it affected me in any major way. Probably more so coming to this class since I was an infant has affected me more than the videos ever did. Probably the worst thing about the videos is that walking around, especially younger, but even actually when I was in high school, people would recognize me as Bunny. And so I remember going to camp, like summer camp as a little kid, and the counselors think, wait a minute, are you Bunny? And that was my nickname. My nickname stuck with us. It's not like you can't argue with someone when they see you when you're 2 years old. It's like it doesn't quite work. But the best time was actually I was taking an SAT prep course, and the guy in charge of the course, I was teaching the course, was in my mom's class that semester, and so he looked at my last name and sort of had one of those look down at the name, look up at me, look down at the name, look up at me, and I sort of just nodded and said, yeah, I'm Bunny. Sort of a weird thing to say, and you wouldn't really expect you'd have to do that in your life. You just have to calmly like, yeah, no, it's cool, man, it's cool, I'm Bunny. Yeah. But yeah, I think just coming to the class actually had a bigger effect. Like speaking in front of 200, 300 people when you're 6 and being very comfortable with that, and also looking forward to it later on when you have to go skip class because of it. That condition is being a really fun thing to do, so I had no problem with public speaking, which I think was a benefit in its own way.
That was your second question. Yeah. How did you get the nickname Bunny? That's a good question, and no one knows the answer to it.
Yeah, it's a mystery. The only good I actually thought for a long time it was because of the robotic bunny that someone in my family bought me, my grandparents maybe. Yeah. But I realized later that it was as a result of the nickname. But I know the story is that they got me a robotic bunny and turned it on, and I lost it. I could not handle that. It was too scary, and I think I ran away crying or picked up the bunny and threw it against the wall or some really violent things because it was too intimidating for me to deal with. But I had no idea where the nickname came from. But it's still stuck to this day.
Sorry.
Do you like the nickname Bunny?
I feel like I've grown into it in a lot of ways. I feel a bit like what's that Jimmy Stewart movie? Heartache, yeah. Being the 6'3" puka who has a secret identity, sort of it matches. But I think it's hilarious, man. Like at being 6'2", fierce, tattooed, having a huge beard, usually with a shaved head, where most people would assume that I was a convict. Being called Bunny runs with that. It creates a nice dynamic. But I remember very, very vividly when I was 12 and 13, not liking it all and being upset with my dad whenever my mom whenever they called me that. Which they switched over, they just made it into Bunster or B or any of these other sort of versions of it. But I think now I actually almost wish more people would call me Bunny, because I have one friend from my school who still will sort of religiously call me that. And I've always appreciated it and liked it. But I think it's really hard to say to people. Like, it's one of those things where you need to be in a social group and then have other people decide for you, because it is a little bit awkward for you to go to people you just met and be like, can you call me Bunny? That would not go over well on first introduction. But I would like other people to start calling me Bunny. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Can you hear what type of psychology are you specializing in?
So I just finished my undergrad, and I did a double major with Middle Eastern Studies. So my intent is to do veterans counseling with. I mean, the Middle Eastern Studies thing was just sort of like, okay, I'm doing psychology. I don't want to specialize. I want to do something else as well. What would be interesting in source rate. So that was what I was able to rationalize it as being. But veterans counseling, definitely clinical veterans counseling. Ideally, utilizing DBT therapy as a new sort of approach, especially utilizing sort of the.
Do you want to spell that out? DBT is
dialectical behavioral therapy, which basically just takes the approach that like there is. There's multiple explanations for any sort of behavior, and it's worth talking about, and you can have internal and external variations of behavior, or sort of postulations for any negative behavior, and you can talk it out and work it out, as well as taking on sort of the physical understanding. So a lot of it is meditative skills, so learning how to do breathing skills and meditation skills. So it's originally for borderline personality disorder patients, and now they're trying to use it with different groups as well. So the whole idea is that you can take physical control of your body, taking physical control of your anxiety or pressure or fear, or any of those negative sensations, you can practice to control physical ramifications, and that will help you deal with it psychologically. So taking the backwards approach, where psychologically makes you scared, your heart goes up. This is like, well, your heart's racing because you're having anxiety, so let's figure out a way to get your heart first, and lower your blood pressure, and then we can get to dealing with some of the more emotional and cognitive aspects of whatever's bugging you. And one of the big things they stress is group therapy, and the other big thing they stress.
Oops. Oh, okay. Well, that's good timing, I guess. So we have to close up anyway. Andre, although I wasn't in charge of that. Please put your course evaluations down there so that they can get back and put them down. And thank you all for being part of the class.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Mom.
Okay. Bye.